Our next guest is a true Fresno success story, Matt Simons, who's an orthopedic surgeon. So you're from Fresno, you grew up here.
I grew up here, went to high school, and then went away to college and medical school, some other training, and just got back into town a couple weeks ago.
Wow. So you're an orthopedic surgeon. How long have you been actually certified as such?
You finish, so after med school, you do a residency, and you're a doctor the whole time during residency.
Yeah.
So that was 6 years ago.
6 years
basically,
ago.
Yeah.
And so you've been doing these orthopedic surgery, which is what? It's bone? Does that mean bone?
Yeah. So orthopedics, it's the old term is ortho is bone, and then pedics is children. Because it started as broken children, but what it really involves is you treat all broken bones, kids, adults.
But is it more now?
Injuries. Sports injuries.
Hip replacement?
Yeah, that's a big part of it. So that's what I do in general, is just hip and knee replacements. When you have your ACL reconstructed or a meniscus repair, that's kind of the whole realm of orthopedics. Sports injuries.
Get the meniscus replaced. Now, I keep saying this. It's kind of a bad way to say it, but it's such a great time to grow old and be sick. Because of the great advances in medicine.
Yeah, especially there's a lot of baby boomers out there that had the wear and tear of their knees, their hips, and the way we replace them now, you get people walking, first day after surgery.
First day after, oh my gosh.
Yeah. So,
is that important now that you get up after surgery and get moving? They used to keep you laying down for weeks at a time.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole goal of a lot of these surgeries, is to get people moving the day after surgery. You just get better long-term results.
And we should say you came back to work for our local practice, Sierra Pacific Orthopedics.
Right.
And I think we have the website. It's like Spock something. I can't see that far.
SpockOrtho.com.
SpockOrtho.com.
Yeah, so that's the acronym that we call it, SPOC, but Sierra Pacific Orthopedic Center.
Now, you went away to college. Where did you go?
I went to Berkeley, UC Berkeley, and then for medical school I went out to Chicago, so the University of Illinois for medical school, and then I did my orthopedic training in Chicago as well, and then I just spent the last year in New York, so we moved from New York, from Manhattan to Fresno a couple weeks ago.
Big change, huh?
Yeah, good change.
It's funny because all my kids are moving to Manhattan now, and you moved here, so it's kind of a trade. So orthopedic surgery, is it done at your office or at a hospital?
Most surgeries are done in a hospital. Where our group kind of goes mostly on the north side to St. Agnes, Clovis Community Hospital. There's a kind of a smaller hospital that we work at too, Fresno Surgical Hospital, and that's where the bulk of everything takes place, at least in our group. But yeah, in general, orthopedic surgery is done in hospitals.
And you're trying to get them out the same day or the next day then, usually?
Yeah, it depends. A lot of things like arthroscopic surgery where you just use cameras, for instance, into the knee, people typically go home the same day. For a joint replacement, so if you do a knee replacement or a hip replacement, it's on average 2 to 3 days till they're home or just doing a little extra rehab to get stronger.
So they get a knee replacement. They don't have to go through training to relearn to walk. It's just kind of you do a little bit. You work with physical therapists quite a bit. So it's the first day and the second day it's a little it takes your mind needs to get used to having a new artificial knee. So you work with a therapist. Just to get stronger, to get your motion back. There's a tendency to, after any surgery to be a little stiff, so to help you work through that, and then just to kind of get your overall motion and function somewhat back to normal, which takes place over a few weeks. Now, under the whole new, I guess our whole medical structure's changing with the new Obamacare and stuff like that. Is that is the Obamacare friendly to this kind of surgery?
I think the jury's out still. It's I wouldn't say it's made anything easier. It's definitely made us and myself kind of change the way a lot of paperwork has been added. So we'll see if that ultimately benefits the patient. That's the main goal, is to kind of get better results or
less time healing people and more time doing paperwork. So
right.
After all those years of medical training.
Right.
Now, by the way, do you notice Fresno people say Illinois
Yes.
You notice that a lot.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
So
And Chicago people are very adamant about when they hear that about
they don't like that.
calling you on that
yeah,
one.
So you learn pretty quick. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to say thanks for coming by. We don't get a lot of orthopedic surgeons
Yeah,
or
no, that's
surgeons
good.
here in general, so we're very honored. Any last advice for our viewers, or who should be seeking your services?
Well, I mean, we like people to be active. So if you got an injury or you break a bone, obviously, and you can't get back to what you want to do, that's we're probably the place to call. We have a lot of specialists. We have people kind of deal with every part of the body.
So they don't need to live with this pain and inactivity, and I can't walk, so I'm just going to sit in a chair all day. They need to get out and see a doctor.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of stuff we can do now,
Do
even
they-
non-operative stuff.
Do they usually see their doctor and then they get referred to you, or do they go straight to you?
You can do both. Either way, we have we're not just surgeons. We have several non-surgical specialists as well that deal with sports injuries. They're general doctors. They deal with even non-orthopedic related problems. So kind of got the whole gamut of doctors.
So let's just end with this. If you're from Fresno, you've grown up in Fresno, you can do anything you want. Become an orthopedic surgeon and come back and serve your community.
There you go.
Thank you. Matt Simons at Sierra Pacific Orthopedics. We're going to be back with more of Central Valley Buzz right after this.